Wild nature trembles. When battle erupts, the ruler doesn't receive the throne. He must fight for it. The lion dominates the savanna with unmatched strength, protecting his pride. The leopard moves like a ghost between mountains, battling wolves and bears. The tiger's roar echoes through the forest as it fights fiercely to protect its territory. No ruler is born. Every big cat must fight to win their throne. If you hesitate, you will fall. Strike first, and you will win. Welcome to Big Cat War, where only the strongest can claim the throne. The African plains are a land of shifting power, where no king rules forever. For a male lion, dominance is everything. It means controlling the pride, the right to mate, and the right to pass on the bloodline. But maintaining this position demands constant vigilance. The ruler must always be ready to defend his throne. A young challenger steps forward. His manhood is still growing, muscles strained with ambition. He hasn't come to hunt, he's come to conquer. The reigning king rises, his instinct honed by years of fighting. There will be no retreat. The plains are only big enough for one. The lion doesn't fight for sport. Every blow is measured, and every blow carries the weight of survival. The defeated male shuffles away. The battle over his rule and legacy have been erased. The victor will take his place, but even he knows his time is limited. Somewhere in the distance, another challenger watches, waiting for his chance. The lion's dominance on the savanna is not just to defeat his peers, but to establish total supremacy over all the big cats that share his territory. The leopard, an agile and stealthy predator, is often found in the same territory as the lion. But although it has speed and cunning, it cannot match the lion's brute strength. When a lion encounters a leopard, the outcome is predictable. The smaller cat is forced to retreat, abandon its kill, or risk being overtaken. The lion brooks no competition. It absolutely dominates for the cheetah. The fastest land animal, speed is its greatest advantage. But even speed has limits. Whenever a lion appears on the horizon, the cheetah has only one option: flee. Unlike the leopard, The cheetah cannot defend its kill against the lion's overwhelming strength, forcing them to constantly flee in this fight for survival. The lion ensures that no other big cat challenges its dominance through strength, presence, and relentless aggression. The lion is not just a predator of the savanna, it is the undisputed king. The king of Africa meets the silent killer of Asia. Brutal battles have erupted in captivity when these two apex predators were put together. When the fight begins, it's a battle of strength and agility. In documented encounters, the results can vary. Some fights end quickly when a ferocious tiger overpowers the lion through sheer agility. In other cases, the lion's constant attacks weaken the opponent. However, in the wild, these two predators never meet. Each rules his own kingdom. Perhaps that's why nature has kept them separate, because when they clash, only one walks far. The savanna belongs to the lion. But deep in the wilderness, there is another king who walks alone. The tiger moves invisibly through the dense jungles and endless grasslands, silent, calculating, always in control. Unlike the lion, he has no pride or allies. He hunts alone, he survives alone, but no ruler reigns unchallenged. A rival male has invaded the territory. The new claw marks on the tree are clear signs of the intrusion. For the tiger, territory is vital. It gives it access to prey, shelter, and breeding opportunities. When two males cross paths, one must give way. The tiger is built for efficiency. Its fights are not long displays of strength, but quick, decisive clashes of skill. The defeated tiger disappears into the wild, leaving behind a land that no longer belongs to it. The victor will not be challenged, but its power is never guaranteed. A new rival will emerge, and the struggle for dominance will begin anew. With every victory comes a new challenge, which may come from its own species or from other powerful predators that share its territory. Among them, there is one considered its greatest rival, the bear. The bear doesn't rely on invisibility. Its enormous size, powerful limbs, and thick fur make it a force of raw power. It doesn't need to ambush its prey. It dominates with its mere presence. To confront this creature, the tiger must rely on its strongest weapon: speed, agility, and precision. When a bear approaches the tiger's prey, the tiger must either defend its meal or retreat. These two predators dominate in different ways, one through strength, the other through precision. But in a world where survival is everything, when a tiger and a bear clash, only one will walk away unchallenged. The North American wilderness, where survival is defined by strength, strategy, and adaptability. The cougar, also known as the mountain lion, is the undeniable ghost of the highlands, a predator that prefers to live alone. Unlike the lion, it doesn't rely on pride. Every hunt, every battle, every moment of survival depends entirely on skill and instinct. That's everything. A puma's territory can extend for hundreds of square miles, marked with scent cues and claw-marked trees. This isn't just a space, it's a fortress that provides food, shelter, and the right to exist. It is unchallenged. A rival male has invaded its territory. The atmosphere becomes tense as both cats acknowledge the other's presence. Unlike social animals, the puma wastes no time in displays. Its conflicts, though brief, are decisive. The wounded loser retreats into the wild, leaving the land to the victor. But in the wild, power never lasts. The next challenger could be watching from the shadows. The puma is a formidable predator, but it is not the only one. Its habitat extends across mountains, forests, and valleys, shared with other powerful hunters, each competing for survival in its own way. When confronted by wolves, the puma finds itself facing a strategic rival. The group's coordination forces the puma to rely on its agility and evasion rather than confrontation. But a lone wolf is different. Without its pack, it becomes vulnerable. In these encounters, the puma's speed and strength allow it to gain the advantage, defend itself, and scare off the intruder. Bears present a real challenge, often forcing the puma to abandon its kill rather than waste energy in a fight it can't win. The puma usually retreats, conserving strength for the next kill. But it doesn't hesitate to fight back when cornered or in need of defense. For the puma, survival depends on strategy, knowing when to fight and when to surrender. Even among felines, there is competition. Lynx and bobcats, though smaller, share similar prey and habitats. These encounters rarely result in direct conflict, but they highlight the constant struggle for territory. Fights. The cougar utilizes its adaptability, expanding its range, changing hunting grounds, and ensuring its survival through strategy rather than brute force. This adaptability has allowed the cougar to survive for thousands of years, inhabiting a place where no predator can dominate unchallenged. But as competition increases and resources dwindle, one question remains: can the cougar continue to dominate like the ghost of the mountains? Big cats aren't just apex predators. They play a vital role in maintaining nature's balance. As rulers of their territories, the lion, tiger, and puma exemplify nature's power and resilience. Their survival depends on awareness, conservation efforts, and a shared responsibility to protect the wildlife they call home. Each species thrives in its own world, perfectly designed for its style of hunting, fighting, and survival. But nature doesn't crown a king. Only those who adapt survive. In the wild, there is no justice, only one rule: survival of the fittest. What do you think? Who is the true predator? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this documentary, like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating wildlife stories. See you on the next adventure.
Night falls over the dry grass hills, bringing darkness and lurking dangers. Darkness covers every tree and every hill, creating a mysterious scenario. The leopard, like a silent shadow, cautiously glides through the forest, moving with precision and skill. Unlike the wolf of Est, this predator trusts only itself, fighting alone on the path of survival. Its golden fur adorned with black rosettes allows it to perfectly camouflage in the dark, easily hiding among bushes and grass. Few creatures can detect its presence before it's too late. The combination of speed and strength transforms the leopard into a fearsome and underestimated predator. In Nepal, leopards are often smaller than their counterparts in plains or tropical rainforests. With an average weight of 30 to 60 kilograms, they can move easily through the hilly terrain of Pad. Can reach speeds up to 58 km/h in chases and use its incredible agility to climb, allowing them to attack prey from any direction, even from above. Its climbing ability is a great advantage in a mixed environment, mostly on steep hills and dangerous cliffs. With powerful jaws and sharp claws, the leopard is capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. It is surprise attacks from above that mark it, leaving their prey with no chance to escape. Tonight, with temperatures dropping below 0 degrees Celsius, the thickest fur of the Nepalese leopard helps you stay warm in the harsh cold of the mountains. This adaptation is the result of generations of evolution facing colder and more severe climates than the tropical regions they tend to inhabit. In the dark, the leopard's eyes shine brightly, catching even the smallest movements of prey under the moonlight. Its special night vision allows him to easily approach prey such as the pitch of varrow or even small gray langurs from Nepal who have let their guard down on high branches. With steadfast patience, the leopard creeps and lowers itself to the ground, advancing step by step with caution but determination, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The presence of the leopard is one of the reasons why animals, herbivores, and herds living in the straw are always on high alert. Especially the youngest and weakest in the group, the favorite target of this predator, who without making any sound, the leopard approaches its prey within seconds and launches a withering attack. The night breaks in an instant while the prey run in terror in every direction. When the leopard chooses a target, the chance of escape for its prey is very slim. In the tough struggle to survive, the leopard has developed a special behavior, dragging its prey into trees after hunting it. This is a sophisticated strategy used to avoid unnecessary conflict with other predators like the wolf or even with other leopards, especially when food sources are scarce. Only creatures with strength, skill, and remarkable planning ability can perform this unique ability. In the contemporary world, every creature has a unique role, and the leopard is the one who enforces nature's strict order. The leopard plays an important role in maintaining ecosystem balance, stuffing, regulating herbivore populations so they do not grow out of control. As the moon wanes, the figure of the leopard silently disappears into the darkness of the night. Only faint paw prints remain on the damp ground, and a tense silence covers the environment. Night is also the main active time of the Indian pangolin, one of the rarest creatures in Nepal. Unlike fearsome predators like the wolf of Ind or the leopard, the pangolin poses no threat to any other species. Indian pangolins usually live alone, spending most of their time digging burrows underground with their strong claws, being master hunters of small prey, especially ants and termites. However, pangolins rarely live long. With a compact body and a roof completely covered in hard scales, the Indian pangolin has natural armor protecting it from predators. When faced with danger, it immediately curls into a closed ball, using its sharp scales as a highly effective defensive weapon. But that armor only protects the Indian pangolin from natural threats, not from humans who hunt for the commercial value of their scales and meat. On the black market, pangolin scales are highly valued in traditional medicine. Currently, the wild Indian pangolin population in Nepal has dropped below 1,000 individuals, making them one of the most endangered species. Poaching the country has brought this species to the brink of extinction. As you move, the wind blows stronger around. Everything is covered with a layer of white snow and ice. In the in-mountain range, every valley and stream looks like a work of art created by him with a sacred purpose. From an altitude of 4000 m onward, this area remains covered in ice and snow year-round. Temperatures can drop to -40 degrees Celsius, creating a hostile environment where life struggles to survive. Facing harsh cold, lack of snow, and challenging terrain, dusk fades and she is about to envelop the in-mountain range. The cold seeps into the bones while the wind howls among the highest peaks. All animals here know that the most fearsome predator has been patrolling, although no one knows exactly where it is. The snow leopard silently hides like the spirit of the mountains. It is a constant and terrifying threat to any creature brave enough to live in this unforgiving land. The leopard of the arrows appears as if guided by the invisible hand of the Creator. Its thick silver-gray fur adorned with black rosettes on its back and round spots in lower areas allows him to camouflage perfectly. Among the white snow and gray rocks of each pattern on its coat is unique. No two leopards are alike. This uniqueness is a magical touch from the Creator, conductor, or craftsman who celebrates the diversity of all creatures. With sky-blue eyes like cold steel, silently observing the landscape, moving with slow but precise steps without making the slightest sound. In the relentless in-mountains, each living creature is part of a cycle, a chain of life and death, where every being must find its way and follow the laws of nature. The molecular leopard is the embodiment of balance in this system. As a predator designed by nature, ensuring that the mountains are not overrun and their resources not depleted. For pets, the leopard appears must patrol a territory covering up to 80 miles, a long journey through darkness and dangerous mountains. This search never ends because a failed hunt could mean facing imminent hunger. Cautiously and slowly, the snow leopard approaches prey. This predator can take down almost any animal within its habitat, except adult jack, even those weighing 2 to 4 times more than him, such as feral or mountain goats. Their favorite prey is the snow leopard's invisibility is such that its victims rarely detect their presence. Every step you take is smooth but steady, and its wide feet with thick pads allow him to move without leaving a trace. The mountainous environment remains completely silent with a palpable tension. Like the freezing cold that envelopes everything, the snow leopard's eyes are fixed on their target, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to strike. This is the signature hunting strategy of the master of the snow-covered mountains. Suddenly the alert wakes the prey. The time has come. The snow leopard leaps, propelling itself with a 15 burst, eliminating the gap between life and death. In that brief moment, everything ends is determined by survival instinct. Time seems to stand still and the cold ice wraps the landscape, and once again the snow leopard has completed its mission in absolute silence. Every creature, no matter how strong, is just a small link in the hand of the Creator. A part of the eternal cycle established by Him from the beginning. Atop the high mountains, the snow leopard is the guardian of the eternal order, tirelessly patrolling this frozen world where life intertwines with constant danger. The mammal is one of the most mysterious and beautiful creatures of the Andes Mountains. It is an endemic bird of the highlands. Stretching from Afghanistan to with Nepal being the country with the largest distribution. The Andes mammal is the national bird of Nepal. Just look at this colorful bird. To understand why the locals chose her as the symbol of their nation, the male possesses spectacular iridescent plumage with bright sky blue wings. Its head is turquoise and has a tuft of feathers rising like a hairstyle. Mohawk, the female, though not as vivid as the male, shows a mix of dark and light brown tones. With a white stripe under the beak flying across the sky with feathers shimmering in shades of sky blue, red, and copper. The dam stands out as a precious gift from nature. It is a symbol of pride in the forests and mountains of Nepal. Life spent at high altitudes has forced the mammal to develop special abilities to survive. Through the winter, when the cold dominates and food is scarce, these birds move down to lower areas seeking richer food sources. Their diet includes roots, tubers, berries, and even insects hidden beneath the frozen ground. Its strong legs and sharp claws allow them to dig easily for nutrients in rocky soil and snow. With the arrival of spring, snow begins to melt. Responding to nature's call, the Andes mammal returns to higher altitudes where it nests, breeds, and begins a new life cycle in the heart of the wild. In Nepalese culture, the mammal is revered as a symbol of strength and natural beauty of the Andes Mountains. Nepalis call it the Danth. The Danth represents the courage to overcome adversity, hope, and life in an unforgiving environment. Tragically, its striking beauty is also the source of its danger. The bright plumage of these birds has made them targets for poaching. This has led to them being classified as near threatened by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. The shining wings of the Andes mammal cross the sky, revealing vast plains. The cow, the national animal of Nepal. Under the morning light, the slow and serene steps of the cow seem to carry prayers from the earth and sky. Cows are considered sacred animals in Nepal and have the right to roam freely on the streets. They may want to lie down or settle wherever they want, even in the middle of a crowded market. No one has the right to chase them away or harm them. Each cow is part of the cultural and spiritual picture, carefully preserved through generations in this sacred land of Nepal. On cold and steep mountain tops, the jack is considered the most valuable partner for the highland communities. This animal is storm resistant and has accompanied humans through the toughest challenges of although the jack is not the national animal of Nepal. This large creature with fur as thick as a cow plays an essential role in its culture. The jack is the only means of transport that allows caravans to explore dangerous passes. With strong legs and sturdy hooves, the jack can climb with ease, something few animals can achieve. Able to carry up to 200 pounds of cargo, facilitating trade between the people of Nepal and Tibet, a fundamental part of the cultural traditions of this region's ancestors. The jack is not only everyone's companion but also an unconditional lifeline for mountain families. People use jack's milk too. Its darkness not only protects it from the cold but also camouflages it in its natural environment. It serves as a protective layer against dangers when facing mountain predators. The jack's curved and strong horns are highly effective defensive weapons. At elevations above 4,000 m, every step is a challenge, with thin air, steep paths, irregular and dangerous. Tragically, the jack has perfectly adapted to this environment. Its lungs have far greater capacity than other animals, allowing them to sustain themselves even at these extreme altitudes. Although strong and resilient, the jack faces one of its most dangerous predators, the snow leopard. The jack advances with steady yet silent steps, seemingly calm but always on high alert. Among the icy mist, the snow leopard stalks silently, watching the herd of jacks from afar. This ruthless hunter focuses especially on the young or old jacks who have strayed from the group. Aware of the danger, the jacks move together and stay very close. In tense moments, the jack positions itself as a guard while the rest of the group waits cautiously. Now the snow leopard must face the entire great group of jacks. With a moment of doubt and fear, the predator missed its opportunity. This alliance allows the jacks to defend and protect themselves from enemies, keeping the whole herd safe in a hostile terrain. Nepal, with its rich ecological diversity stretching from the high mountains, the Pad Hills to the low plains of the Terai, is home to many endemic and valuable species. However, the impact of nature and the invisible intervention of humans is pushing this country's ecosystem to the brink of crisis, causing many species to be at risk of extinction. Each challenge not only affects a specific species but also has serious consequences, threatening the entire natural food chain. Climate change is affecting and transforming Nepal's ecosystem rapidly. The glaciers are melting at unprecedented rates, leading to limb loss and endangering essential water sources for both animals and humans. According to the 2023 report by the South Asian Environmental Research Center, the average temperature in Nepal has increased by 0.6 degrees Celsius, 0.6 degrees Celsius over the past 3 decades, affecting both mountains and plains casualties. The snow leopard, a creature of S, is losing effectiveness due to the rapid melting of glaciers. According to IUCN, the snow leopard population has declined by over 20% in the past 20 years, with only about 300 individuals remaining in Nepal. The temperature change has also reduced bamboo forests, which are the main food source for red pandas. Currently in Nepal, about 500 red pandas remain. Forests are protective habitats for ecosystems. Tragically, the expansion of farmland and construction of infrastructure has reduced natural forest areas, severely affecting the livelihood of many animal species. According to the United Nations for Food and Agriculture, Nepal lost 24,500 hectares of forest from 2000 to 2020, equivalent to 1.5% of its total forest area. Traditional elephant migration corridors are being disrupted, forcing them to approach populated areas, creating dangerous conflicts. Only about 200 Asian elephants remain in the wild in Nepal. The Indian rhinoceros, one of Nepal's most valuable species, is also facing severe population decline. Its main swampy habitat is gradually disappearing. Although conservation measures have brought some improvements, rhino numbers only reach about 800 individuals. Every time a forest is cleared or a new road is built through the ecosystem, the red panda loses part of its home. Despite its small size, the red panda plays an important role in seed dispersal. Its absence would leave a large gap in the terai forest ecosystem. And this is a direct cause of the serious decline in animal populations. Poaching is an alarming issue in Nepal, especially for species highly valued on the black market. Parts such as rhino horns, tiger skins, and tiger bones are heavily sought for commercial purposes. Despite conservation efforts, the tiger population has declined significantly in recent decades. Hidden homes, land degradation, and habitat loss have reduced their territory to just 40% of what it was 100 years ago. And tropical rainforests, where tigers once roamed freely and patrolled vast territories, now their movement is restricted by human presence. Poaching remains the greatest threat to the survival of rhinos. Over 100 rhinos have been found in the past decade, killed for their horns. Despite strict protective measures and reserves such as Chidwan National Park, expansion of settlements, roads, and farmland has forced wildlife to leave places they once called home. In addition to facing the extreme challenges of nature, they must now fiercely struggle to find food sources. Tigers are often killed in confrontations with humans when they enter residential areas seeking food. Elephant herds also leave forests more frequently, creating tense conflicts. According to Nepal's Ministry of Forestry and Environment, in 2023, human-elephant conflicts increased by 30% in the past decade. Causing significant losses and threatening security on both sides of the Atlantic. These giants not only need to be protected but also require the space to continue their millennial journey through the terai forests. According to the World Bank's 2023 report, approximately 70% of surface water sources in Nepal are severely polluted, which affects aquatic species and other life forms dependent on clean water such as swamp crocodiles and Asian elephants. Currently, the marsh crocodile is mainly found in protected areas like Chitwan. Additionally, exotic species such as Camara lantana are replacing native plants, reducing biodiversity in forests. As a result, many birds and locals have lost sources of food and shelter. Nesting. Nepal, with its wild nature diverse and rich, is on the way to restoring the balance that creation bestowed upon it. Despite facing countless challenges, the country continues efforts to protect and revive its valuable ecosystems. From the tropical forests of the Terai to the icy mountain peaks, this is not simply a conservation effort but a response to God's sacred call to preserve the gift He gave us. Nepal has established several reserves and national parks to protect the natural habitats of wildlife. The country currently has 12 national parks, 1 wildlife reserve, and 6 conservation areas, covering about 23% of its territory. These areas play an important role in protecting species such as the tiger, Indian rhinoceros, and Asian elephant, thanks to conservation efforts in Chitwan and Bardian national parks. The number of tigers rose from 235 individuals in 2018 to 355 in 2022. Likewise, the rhino population increased from 645 individuals in 2006 to 355 individuals in 2022 and 752 in 2021. When humans collaborate with gods, will even species on the brink of extinction can be rescued. The Endangered Wildlife Rescue Project focuses on saving and reintegrating into nature species like tigers, Indian rhinoceros, and red pandas, helping restore balance in the ecosystem. In the Terai forests, marsh crocodiles and rhesus macaques have begun to recover. Thanks to the Sustainable Livelihood Support Program, human-wildlife conflict has been reduced by 30%, reflecting the spirit of love and reconciliation that God has taught us. Love your neighbor as yourself. Collaboration between Nepal and international organizations such as WWF, USAID, and ADB has created a collective force for nature conservation. Thanks to technical and financial support, anti-poaching measures have been implemented more effectively. In the past 5 years, poaching cases have decreased significantly, saving over 20 rhinos. Conservation awareness education programs have involved over 100,000 local residents in protecting forests and wildlife. It is not only an effort to save nature but also an act of respect for creation, where God has given us beauty. To protect and preserve it, be ready with your camera to capture and admire the mythical beauty of the Mediterranean Sea. Mumble if you've had the chance to explore paradise. Images of Nepal. Share your story in the comments. These stories will be a wild source of inspiration. To conserve nature, work together to protect the diverse life and this beautiful planet for future generations. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the next magical adventures.